Good evening and welcome back to the God of Mix podcast. How's everybody doing tonight? I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with my co-host, Big Bro Andre Jalil. How you doing, bro?
Chilling, chilling,
Chilling?
bro.
My man, you ain't thought I was gonna throw it at you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
Now,
stop.
I told you I can't hear nothing when it first starts, so I was reading your lips at first.
You know what? You definitely did tell me that. So how you? Anything good though, Big Bro?
Everything cool. But I
Man.
caught. I said co-host Andre Jalil, so I was like,
Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, and then we got my other co-host in there, Rick the Ruler, Cuzzo. How you doing, man? How's everything?
I'm good. I'm good. Had a good day, so ready to get into
Okay.
it.
Okay. Ready to get into it. Ready to get into it. Of course. So we are here to discuss a roller coaster of an off season. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of free agency moves that happen with the Knicks. Now, I mean, of course, a lot of us when it started, it was a little bit annoying because we were like, all right, what do all of these moves mean? You know what I mean? And we missing out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta sit here and calm Dre down in a group chat. You know what I'm saying? Because
wait, when you had to calm me down?
because he was like, yo, we ain't get nobody, we ain't get no acquisitions, and but listen,
Hold up.
these are real emotions. These are real emotions. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? These are real
Well,
emotions.
first, me, and Ricky both said the night of the draft that we believed in the in the front office,
Organization,
Facts,
yeah.
facts.
and
Hmm.
we knew that they were going to do something. So I was fit, but you know how like they start picking up guards, and I was just like, oh man, it's looking like we're gonna come in here with Reggie Jackson.
Which
It was
which I
starting to look
wasn't
a
too
little
mad
bleak,
about,
huh?
right?
Yeah.
Which I wasn't too mad about if that would have happened, but it
Yeah,
didn't.
but
It didn't happen.
yeah, we didn't have that splash. Even though Fournier is a definite big upgrade. What? Your man is in here?
No, just saying what's up to the little cuzzo. You know what I'm saying? Joining in on the show.
I predicted it. I predicted it,
Oh, you
Nothing
in
man.
wrong
there
with that.
ready?
Nothing wrong with that, man. This is a family show. This is real family. This is real blood, Antiguan blood, baby. You feel me? But anyway, shout out to the chat. We got tune in here, of course. Yeah. You already know what we're gonna get into. We already know. We already know. And then 48 dropped 23 today. I see that boy ready to go. That boy ready to go. That boy ready to go. So anyway, so let's get into it. So free agency starts, and of course we see all these names go off the board that we were talking about. And you know, it's just like, all right, it's just the typical Knicks off season. So the first domino um was D Rose. I don't know if this is exactly in order, but
What were you saying, Cat? Were you saying something about the D Rose and the Knicks?
There we go.
hey, sorry about that.
Push, push the wrong button.
Push the wrong button. That's all that was. So anyway, so like I said, I don't know if that was anyway, one of the dominoes will fall. We talk about it like this. D Rose returns to the Knicks for 3 years, 43 million. And from what I know, I think all of these contracts that are multi-year deals, the final year is a team option. So, you know what I mean? That's not too bad. So Derrick Rose for 3 years, 43 million. How did y'all feel when you saw that one go down real quick?
You asking me?
Yeah. I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
I when I saw it again, it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I I thought that it was a good move when we talk about
Hmm.
the guys getting to know each other and staying around. This is the second year, so now everybody knows who they are. I knew because they started talking about D Rose was starting, and I didn't like the way that sounded. And as much
Right.
as I like Rose and as capable as he is, you see how he fell off. He tapered off in the playoffs because
Hmm.
if he's starting, he's getting a lot of minutes.
Right.
And the big weapon with Rose is him coming off the bench.
Hmm.
So I was happy. I was like, we got Rose in here, but I was like, yo, they signed him like that to keep him as a starter.
Right. Right.
That was my concern. I was happy about it, but
Hmm.
I know you're gonna get into it later. But with the newest news, now I'm super happy. He's getting three years. I think everybody that we offered a contract to, we
We
has like the option on the last year.
What you mean? We sat right in the old little meeting.
Yo, we do what we got to do, man.
We signed that last page.
Yeah. So what about you, Rick? How did you feel when you saw this the D Rose deal go down at first?
No, I expected it. It didn't surprise. I mean, the 3-year kind of caught me off guard, but I expected them to bring him back. So
right.
I mean, he played very well, so I don't really see why it would be a bad thing. And I like how he tried to pull the younger players up and kind of get them to find what their game was. So I was happy with it.
Right. So, you know, I mean, when I first saw it, of course, I expected it. I didn't think he was going to go anywhere. Taj was very, very direct when I think towards the end of the season, going into the playoffs, he said Derrick Rose is big on we're staying where he's comfortable. And the people that he's playing around, you know, if you look at him, obviously he's played with Tom Thibodeau and Taj Gibson for most of his career, almost every stop that he's been at, besides for Detroit.
Word.
So you kind of knew. I just knew he was going to come back. I didn't think going to Chicago would do anything for him because there was nothing there besides for the fact that he'd be in Chicago and his family is there. But in terms of the organization, I don't think, you know, he would have had the fit that he really needed. So, you know, I expected it. It happened fairly fast. That was my only concern, was how fast it happened. I thought there was something that they probably could have took some time on, but you know, it is what it is. Right. But then the next domino to fall was Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier agreed to deal with the Knicks for 4 years, $74 million. And like I said, another contract with the 4 year. The last year is a team option. So, and that gets them around 18, 19 million a year. So, how did you feel, Dre, when you saw that contract?
Well, I saw Reggie walk. I was like, Reggie out? I was like, okay. No, I didn't really want Reggie gone. I just thought Reggie was going to be. I wanted Reggie to be a backup. I don't think Reggie's a starter in this league, period. Mm-hmm. But when they got Evan Fournier, you know, I was like, all right, so they got somebody to show up there. But a lot of, you know, some people saying that it's going to be RJ that's going to be at the small forward. I think you were saying that, right, Kat?
Yeah, I think it just depends on the matchup.
Yeah, but I think in my mind, Fournier is going to be the start, the small forward, and he's a definite upgrade, like by far. And you know, I sent you guys a screenshot of the comparisons on the team. And I like Fournier because he doesn't have to take 3-pointers to be effective. That was all Reggie was good at. You know, if you have Reggie put the ball on the floor, it starts getting scary. If he's trying to go to the basket, like he doesn't dunk. Right. Remember, I was complaining about that last thing. He won't dunk. Yeah. It's just like, yo, come on, man. Like, be aggressive. So Fournier takes care of that. You know what I'm saying? He could shoot from anywhere. He could shoot the three. I don't want to say it until later. But there's another statistic that goes with Fournier, him and his
Right.
But Fournier is a definite upgrade, and I'm really happy that we got somebody who's effective on the offensive end of the ball. Your boy Dante is in here.
You know, he's ready to troll.
Alfred that's going to be starting.
Here you go. Look, the first thing he says is my son Alfred is starting top front. He's gone, bro. It's over for that. All the Alfred jokes, we can actually laugh about him now because he's actually gone. I would be surprised
if Alfred gets a job around the league.
He will. He just re-signed a new agent. He'll get a job.
He got a new agent?
Yeah. He's not with CAA no more, which is ironic.
That's because his old agent was like, yo, my man, I think his agent was like, yo, you and your moms might have to, like, you know.
I might have to go. Speaking of agents, what's my man Andrew Claudio, who's like the producer for Knicks Film School, he tweeted, I think it was yesterday, and you remember that kid, the fat kid from The Simpsons, and he was like, I'm in danger, and he'd always be
Ralph.
Yeah, that kid. So he posted a gif of that, and he said this is Dennis Schroeder's agent right now. He said, I'm in danger because, you know, Dennis, he turned down that, I think it was 4 years, 80 million. He turned down 4 years, 80 million, and then expected to get a deal like that. Now he's looking at the market and everybody's dried up. He's going to end up
gone. Everybody got a team.
Like, and no one got the money. that like except if you're going to a whack squad, like that's his only option now. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna have to go to Detroit. They just got somebody. Yeah, he's that. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But anyway, so actually, I didn't ask you, cousin. Cousin, what's going on?
Nah, you didn't ask me. I was waiting.
You feel about
I was,
Fournier? I ain't want to move on.
yeah, I mean, Fournier, of course, it's an upgrade, but he he he's a star, not an all star or anything like that. Somebody who, you know what he's going to give you. He's
Hmm.
kind of like a Ginobili in my eyes, that type of player who who will go get a bucket. He plays hard each game, and
Right.
yeah, I think he'll be good for the squad.
Yeah, I
I
think.
still wasn't 100% sold on him and the team, but I was just like, hey, it's better than what we got, so we're moving up.
Yeah, I mean, there's a debate somehow. Who's the better player, Evan Fournier or Reggie Bullock? And it's kind of like
It
ridiculous.
shouldn't even be a debate. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah,
It's kind of
Fournier for
ridiculous.
sure.
Like, come on. But I understand it if people who value defense. But my thing is you can't defend everybody. You look at us in our first round loss to exit to the Hawks, and where we won one game, and a lot of the time that Reggie Bullock was on the floor, they put him on Trae Young, and it didn't really do anything. You know what I mean? There was one game where he was out there, I think, for 30 minutes, and he had him on Trae Young the entire time. I think he scored 0 points or something like that for 30 minutes. You know what I mean? We just need somebody to hit a shot. You know what I mean? And not to be scared to make their and create their own shot. And I think we severely addressed that in a couple ways this offseason. But yeah, man, there's things that of course he's a great defender on ball, but Fournier is not a bad team defender. I think he gets a bad rap. Yeah, of course
I think
he's
he's all
not
right.
he's not the most physical guy, so he's not going to sit here and
Yeah,
lock you up. You know what I mean? But in terms of team defense and what he can bring in IQ, he's not a dumb guy. You know what I mean? Look at you see what he's doing for his national team. You know what I'm saying? So or is it Olympic or whatever it is? But anyway, regardless, it's an upgrade. Um, I was cool with it. I expected it, but I wanted to see what else there was out there. Um, so next, we started getting into some re-signings, and one of those was Nerlens Noel for 3 years, 32 million. Now, a lot of people felt like you overpaid Nerlens Noel. How did you feel about that, Dre? Did you think that
Well,
they
your boy from the frozen envelope, regular Joe, was saying they just gave what's the name? They gave 5 million a year.
who?
Yeah, who he said they just got 5 million, and you would think it would have been better.
Hold on.
But
I'm sorry. Berman just now uh tweeted out source confirms point guard Elfrid Payton return to Phoenix is strong possibility.
oh,
Payton has
good,
said it
Phoenix.
to Phoenix.
good.
Wow.
Why?
I mean, because obviously he thinks they're gonna go win a championship again. I think he
Right,
doesn't
he
realize
hunting. He
he's the
ain't getting
bad
no playing
juju.
time.
He's the bad juju. I don't think he realized. I'm just kidding. Elfrid's not the bad juju. I honestly think I think if it was this year and he was there, I think he could have helped him. In a way, because I don't think Alfred's a terrible point guard. I just think that he was just I don't know.
You don't think Alfred's a terrible point guard?
He might be a terrible point guard. But anyway, I was trying to stick up for him a little bit. I can't do it. But I do see there being a way he could have helped them, but I do also see that I don't think the Suns can get back to the finals this year with everyone retooling and being healthy this year. If everyone's healthy, if the Clippers are healthy, if Kawhi's there, if the Lakers are healthy, if the Warriors are healthy, like I don't know if the Suns have enough. You know what I'm saying? So but that's just my thing. Anyway, back to Nerlens. What were you saying? You were saying some regular Joe said something.
Regular Joe was saying that I forgot the center that he mentioned. It's on the chat, like on this page. so and so got $5 million, and I think Nerlens. I think $10 million is not really a lot to play a player nowadays.
Right.
For what Nerlens did last season,
Mhm.
I think he deserves it. I feel like they're paying him forward. I do feel like they paying him forward. Like if he got $5 million, I'd have been like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
For 3 years, the third year being an option is not that bad. He's getting over 10 million. New York, he's getting taxed out the wazoo. You know what I mean? I feel like they did. When I saw that, I was like, maybe they paying him that so they could move Mitch, because Mitch is only getting like 1.8 because he on his rookie contract.
Right.
You know, but he's a good backup. Like Nerlens is like that guy on any team I'm on. He could back up he could be my backup center. And if you pick up a better center, now you stepping on Mitch's toes. Like you for sure. Now Mitch don't know what to do.
Right.
Now you like, yo, they trying to replace me and all of that stuff. Where Cap keep going? Like every time I talk to him, he just he split. Like he don't want to hear the truth. Like I'm trying to let you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like, oh, he coming back. It's like he keep respawning. Now I can't hear him. Hold on. I can't hear him for a few seconds first. Hold on. Like, let me see. All right, now I can hear you. There you go. What happened? You keep respawning.
I keep realizing whenever I swipe on the pad a certain way, it just takes me back. It takes me back to the previous screen.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to swipe over and look at the chat. I was trying to check the chat out. What's going on, everybody in the chat? If you in there on YouTube or Twitter, on Twitter or Facebook, just hit that like for me. Just pay us with a like. That's all I need real quick. But anyway, what are they talking about in the chat? Yeah, Xavier in the chat. What's going on? Toon, Dante, Kwamel, Sledges in the building. Yeah, man. What y'all talking about in here? Let's see. He said, do y'all think we're getting Lillard? I don't know about that. I'm not.
I thought
at this point we don't.
I thought we were gonna get him. Like I was biting my tongue, man. I was thinking it, and I was just like, yo, it's gonna happen. When Melo left, I was just like, oh man. I kept seeing people tweet, oh, how this ain't helping Dame.
I sent y'all the picture with the people they went and picked up for Portland, and I was like, Lillard ain't getting no ring.
He's out of there. I think he's gonna ask out.
Lillard ain't getting a ring. I don't know what Bradley Beal was trying to do. He just got what's our boy that I wanted? Spencer, yeah, Dinwiddie.
Oh, Dinwiddie, yeah.
They didn't do anything. Boston didn't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't know what Boston was doing. Like, are they trying to hit the reset button or something?
Well, they just hit the reset button in their front office because now the coach is now the GM and they have a new coach now. Wow. So I mean,
maybe they pick up what's his name? We were just saying the German kid.
Schroeder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's possible. Toon says Josh Hart is still out there.
So
I like Josh Hart. Josh Hart.
I like Hart too.
I like Hart. He's a
I like Josh Hart.
He's a Tibbs guy. He's a Tibbs guy. And we also for sure.
Actually,
Tibbs was actually wanted to draft him or something.
But we got the squad though. Why we need Josh Hart?
First of all, you should never not get good players on your team because
I'm just saying. But like, what would that do with we got the rookies they were saying they needed. We got got the backup. We got Quickly out there.
I mean, it's people get hurt. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
People get hurt, and then
but they're gonna be disgruntled. They don't get minutes until somebody get hurt.
Not at that contract. That's why signing these guys at this point, it doesn't really hurt you because they know their role. Especially with the contract that you're giving them.
Right.
But yeah, Xavier Marshall was going on. He's talking about all tradable contracts. Definitely.
Well, that's what I love about the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I love about Julius Randle contract.
Mm-hmm.
That boy slip up, he could get shipped out easy. And I'm not saying that like I want that to happen, but 117 over what was that, 4 years?
Who was that? Mitch?
Extension? No, Julius.
Yeah.
4 years, 117.
No, but this is what I don't understand about these dudes getting these max contracts who never won a championship or never got to the finals. You pay these dudes so much that it hamstrings you, and you don't have leverage to get out of it. Like You see what the Lakers is doing?
Yeah.
With all these people, they get $40,000 a year, $50,000, and it's
like they have to win.
I was gonna say y'all gotta win.
They have to win. I mean, I hope they do. I know. We talked about it.
I don't
Dre's
hope
not
they
to.
do. I hope the Knicks win. That's what I hope.
I mean, yeah, we
I
always
don't
gonna
hope
hope the
I
Knicks
don't hope
win.
they win. I don't even hope they win a little bit. They
No,
they
I
like the
hope that
oldest
they
team in the NBA.
listen, bro. I'm hoping that they beat the Nets. That's it. That's all I can say.
I mean, if you get to that point, like that would be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I still don't want the Lakers. I want again. I always tell you I like the underdog teams because I don't like super teams. The same
Well,
reason I
if
don't
there's
like the
two
Lakers.
super
The same
teams in
reason I don't
there,
like the Nets. Huh?
if there's two super teams in the finals, then I gotta pick one.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll be going for the Nets.
You be going for the Nets?
Yeah,
Nah,
I ain't going all the way to
Nah.
like LA, wanting LA to win. I mean, I
bro.
like
I
Melo.
didn't go anywhere.
That
I'll be
would,
in my living room. I'm definitely gonna pick LA just because my man Melo's over there.
well,
You
I was
already,
gonna
you
say
know
like
that.
That's a trump
I
You
card
like
right
already
I
know
there.
like
that,
Melo, but I like KD. I don't know. I don't know who I want winning.
bro. I
I
like
guess
KD. KD's probably my favorite player in the game right now, outside
Yeah.
of Kawhi.
yeah, but the way they did what they did, I probably would want the Lakers to win. I ain't feeling them like that.
Yeah, like this. This is what I'm saying. But anyway, any more? We got more in the chat. It's Melo's time to get a ring, which is what we was just talking about. Clippers don't have a point
You talk
guard.
about it's Melo's time to get a ring, like he ain't coming off the bench.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Melo's
He
gonna
gonna get
get.
that ring, and he gonna be point.
We gonna
He gonna be
see.
he, go- he regardless of what he does. If he's there, he's gonna be helping. That's it. He's not just a bum. You seen last year, like he's a great role player off the bench at this point in his career.
Let's get back to the Knicks though, because I'm still excited to talk about
All right, all right. So yeah, going back to the Knicks, Kwamel's talking about what he said. Only way we get Lillard is if we unload the
it.
house.
There's no reason to do
Exactly.
that.
And I mean, what I will say is, we are gearing up for a trade, whether it's Lillard or it's anyone, someone else down the line. They're preparing. Their books say the way they're. First of all, teams around the league are seeing how they're putting
They
their
making
books
moves.
together. Not even just how they're making the moves, how they're signing the contracts, the way they're strategically moving down in every draft to sign the same guys at lower rates. You know what I'm saying? Like just little things that people don't necessarily think about, signing guys with certain bird rights and things like that. I think they're gearing themselves up to make a trade. It's going to happen. That it's a big market. That's what you're supposed to do to get the stars. There's not a lot of people that not a lot of players that are going to be in the free agent market that are just going to up and leave their team. So a lot of these stars you're going to have to get through trade. So that's what they're doing. Getting their books ready. They getting a lot of assets. We were talking about Colin Sexton for a while, and we ended up getting a point guard for $8 million, which we didn't get to yet, but we got a point guard for $8 million without giving anything up.
Yeah.
No, all we did was
they said that move was the best move of the offseason.
Of the offseason. We literally added the entire offseason. We didn't trade anything besides for picks, you know what I mean? But we still got picks.
Which move?
What do you mean?
The Kemba move.
Oh.
The Kemba move. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying not to say it because I want to kick.
Yeah.
I was waiting, but
I just want to get to the chat real quick.
it.
There's a lot of people here. One more couple. Then he said Harlem Girl says Mitch is not thinking about Noel because he's injury prone himself. Mitch better worry about Jericho Sims because he has untapped potential. Now that is a great one right there. I
Who's
second
Harlem
that.
Girl?
I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's a great point.
I don't know. I was thinking
That's probably your people.
Because
Which cause? Listen. We got family in every barrel, so it could be.
No. But that's I don't know. You're not listening. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I mean, regardless, it's a smart move. I think.
I don't think Mitch needs to worry about anybody but himself. He needs to figure himself out. It shouldn't matter who else is on his team. I mean, it's his teammates. He shouldn't be worried about them.
This is why we gotta get himself together. I feel like all of that.
Listen. But I do want to talk about Jericho Sims for a second. That kid is going to be very, very special. He just has a lot of untapped potential. I sent y'all that video. He's catching alley-oops and windmilling it. Like that's crazy. And then the fact whether he can shoot consistently from outside the 3-point line or in the mid-range or not, it's the fact that he can take the shot. You know what I'm saying? And he's actually doing it. He's doing it in the combine, which means that this is things that he's practiced. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to Mitch, you're looking at the contract, where he's at right now, and how things are going. I don't know, man. Mitch might not be here when the season starts or by trade deadline. I don't know. Because
I said it early o'clock. I said I'll miss him.
Yeah, man. Listen.
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, as soon as you start talking, got froze up.
What's
Oh,
going on?
I thought it was me. No, you back. I hear you now.
I hear you talking. There you go. He back. It's a little fuzzy for a second. Let that Wi-Fi settle in.
We have nice X says we have nice contracts, a ton of picks and young players people actually want besides Kevin Knox. That's right. There you go. At least there's only one of those
I
guys on
can't
that
believe
team.
Knox is still on the squad.
We'll see what happens. Listen, I'm telling you right now, he'll be traded. He's probably the main piece that they're trying to throw into any trade because he's worth like $5 million, something like that. Alexander, my boy Alex is in here. They need to sign the 37th pick in the 2012 draft as soon as possible. He's crazy. What's going on, Alex? And Harlem Girl says new to the chat. What's going on? Welcome. All right, so back to where we at. At that point, we went to sign Alec Burks for 3 years and $30 million. I think that's a great deal. $10 million for what Alec Burks is going to bring you off the bench. You know, I think that to me, I think that was one of the wise moves to do. You know, I thought he was going to come back as well because the relationship with Johnny Bryant and just the relationship he had with his team. It wasn't like he just played for a team this year. I think he actually he actually did some wise things with this team in terms of chemistry. Rick, how do you feel about the Alec Burks sign?
I think that's great value for him. I think he had some injury. Stop laughing, Dre. He had some injuries also that kind of kept him out of the play. But like when he came back with a vengeance. Like I like how he plays. It's kind of unorthodox, but it works. Like he doesn't look like an NBA player to me, but like he's out there and he does his thing. So 10 a year, that I'm okay with that.
Shout out to NYK Terry and Trey. He said that Alec Burks is like a guy he was almost a superstar. They cooked him to like 75%, and they took him out so like he was like almost there, but they took him out too early.
Kind of true.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's got the talent, but his body just don't match. That's why when he played well for too long, it's like he gets hurt. But anyway, Jay, how'd you feel about the Burks signing?
I like the Burks signing because he was my favorite Knick for a while. You know, so he got hurt. I just feel like it's one of those solid pickups with the team. They get to gel another season. Yeah, I like the pickup. He was one of my favorite Knicks. You know, we missed it when he was gone that stretch. We started losing games.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because Randle needed a lot of help at the end of these games, and he was that help in a lot of these games. Because when Quickly wasn't doing it, wasn't picking it up, it started to look like, we ain't got anybody to score. So we felt it when we didn't have him. And they was playing him as like the 1, the 2, the 3. They put him like everywhere,
every position. Yeah.
So I think that I think it's a lot of value for that dude. Again, $10 million a year is really not a lot for these players. These dudes get $50 million a season. This dude is I think that's fair value for him, you know?
Yeah.
I think so. I agree. Like I said, $10 million for God, that's gonna bring you that. It's a great move. It's a great move. And of course, you got to bring back the OG. You know what I'm saying? Taj Gibson came back for a year, $2.7 million. I think everybody saw that coming. I don't think he even talked to anybody else.
I didn't see it coming. I thought they were gonna do something big when they started talking about Miles Turner. I was like, oh, they just gonna.
The moment I saw Derrick Rose re-signing, I said, Taj Gibson's coming back.
Taj coming back. He be like, you going?
Yeah. They had that discussion for sure.
I thought the only way he wouldn't come back is if he retired.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and even if he did retire, he'd
was
still
like,
be a Knick.
Retirement or how much y'all going to get? 2.7.
2.7. All right, I give it a go. Yeah.
I'll come back.
And I mean, he's going to be the third center. You know, it doesn't matter who our starting center is, whether it's Mitch or somebody that's traded or anything.
It don't matter. And he's the smartest center.
He does so much on the floor, man. He does so much on the floor. He was probably one of my favorite Knicks for a good portion of the season. So I'm
he was my favorite Knick during the playoffs. I was still sitting in the playoffs. Taj. Because Taj was holding Taj was rocking.
Taj is my guy, man. I was always a big fan of Taj.
Another native New Yorker, Brooklyn. I love it when you got like the dudes from the city that rep the team. I love that.
Yeah, and speaking of, how did I not? Actually, you know what? We're not gonna go there yet. I'm gonna tie that in. I'm gonna tie that in later.
Wait, who won
Um,
what? We got another native New Yorker.
no.
The only
It
way
was
it get better is they from Harlem. That's the only way it gets better.
of course.
Come on,
Shout
you
out
know
to
where we
Harlem.
grew up,
You
man.
already know, baby. You already know.
Come
But
on,
anyway,
Anthony, Broadway, St. Nick.
hey, look, we got Cuzzo in the building. What's good, Cuzzo? What's good,
That's
Hey,
Cuzzo?
what up?
hey
What
He
up,
man.
said
cuz?
all this work, but Lakers still
Lakers
taking it.
Oh,
still
Listen,
yo,
yo,
taking
cut
it.
him off. Cut him off.
cuz
Cut his mic off.
Chill.
Cuz we already had this
Yeah, you
conversation.
dumb
I'm,
late.
I'm rocking with the Lakers simply because my man's Melo's there. I hope y'all get it. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Cuzzo because
That's the cuz.
that's because you know what I'm saying. We grew up together, and basically he was always a Laker fan. Like he is the longest like running Laker fan I
That's why he
know.
moved out to LA. He
Yeah,
loved the
And he ended
Lakers
up
so
exactly.
moving
much.
He
right
was
to
out
LA,
there.
right? You know what I'm saying? He's the longest running Laker fan I know. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? What's going on, cuz? And of course, we got another LA, another
Shout to
LA.
him because he just became a father again. Real
LA,
Yeah,
LA.
word, yo.
recently.
Matter of fact, yeah. Shout out, Cuzzo. Shout out to the Cuzzo. Just had another child. And if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah, congrats.
what was her name? I think her name was her name Harlem? I believe it named her Harlem. Is it? I don't know. I don't want to be wrong, especially live. That'd be terrible. But anyway,
Yeah,
I don't go to. Congratulations,
I
regardless.
don't even know if he won.
Well,
Congratulations,
congrats,
regardless.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But another LA native in here. My boy Ronnie. What's going on, Ronnie?
Lakers seems like to me they seem like one of the teams. They got so much star power that it just doesn't look like it'll work. It just seems like it's like a lot going on over there in LA right now.
See, I wasn't wrong.
Oh, her
Woo!
name is Harlem. Look
Her
at
name
that,
is Harlem.
man.
We were just
See?
talking about that.
You know where the roots is.
Harlem, baby. Anyway, so
That's
so
dope.
so
That's
yeah,
a
man.
nice
Shout
name.
out, cuz
literally.
word. And you should show more love to us right here. So love, y'all already know. Shout out to y'all doing big things with the chat. Thank you, cuzzo. You already know how it is. You already know what the deal is with us. So what did Ronnie say? Hit the chat real quick. I have a question. Do you guys have so much money invested in the center position when it's a dying spot? I mean,
It all
I don't think
depends.
so.
It's,
I don't think so.
it's evolving. If you
I
look
think-
at
I
Miles
think-
Turner and him knocking down those shots, if you look at what's his name that was like damn near the MVP this year, what's this dude over there? What's the European dude?
which one?
Like the top dude over there. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. What's this kid?
Who, Vucevic?
I'm thinking is Vucevic the right one? I'll be thinking all these bitches.
Which one? No. Jokic.
Jokic.
Oh yeah.
That's,
Yes.
I know it's an itch.
Yeah.
But Jokic.
Yeah, I knew it was an itch.
Yo, that dude right there, he's like unstoppable, man. He was like
Yeah.
carrying that team. If
Right.
you got a center like that, yeah,
Yo.
I mean, somebody's gonna be playing the center position.
Right. For sure.
You
for
understand? So, like, if the centers could knock down, like, if you look at Joel Embiid is like an old
He's
school
another
center
one.
body, but he's trying to play a new school game. He's trying to knock down threes. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to run into the paint and dunk. But they like not sitting in the paint like that. So it all depends.
Mhm.
Now it seems like everybody who get these MVP awards is wings. You got to have somebody that could complement. It looks like the wings now. If you got a center that could complement your wing, or a point guard that could complement your wing.
Well, I mean, didn't Jokic just win MVP?
That's what I said. The MVP who just won.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Center just won MVP. Right.
Yeah.
You're right. My fault.
Think about it. If it's a dying spot, he just won MVP.
Right.
Jokic is no.
Well, I mean,
what was he
yeah,
picked? Like 13. What was he? He was picked like 23rd.
He was picked in the second round. Actually,
He was picking the second round.
he was picked in the second round.
It all depends on the talent.
And I think that year we picked somebody from the second round.
And if you look at Rudy Gobert, he was our top defender of the league.
Right.
On
Yeah.
defensive team. And Mitch wasn't far behind him before like the last season before the
Right.
injuries and all of that.
Well, the thing about Mitch is right now he still only get paid. I think he's getting paid 1.8 million.
That's
I think
he on his rookie contract though.
yeah, he's eligible for an extension with us if we want to bring him back for 12 million, around 12 million a year. So I mean, someone who's a shot blocker, a rim runner, and doesn't really bring you that anything. A rim runner doesn't really bring you anything else. You know, that's their value, 12 million. And you look at Nerlens Noel around 10 million. Well, what is it? 10.5, something like that. It's about, what is it? 31 million, 32 million? Yeah, it's about 10.5. So you got about 10.5. Am I wrong? Am I tripping?
What are you talking about?
Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, he's getting like 10 point something, like 10.3 or
It was
something.
3 years, 32. So it's like 10 point something. Anyway,
Yeah.
regardless, I mean that's the value for a shot blocker and rim runner in this league. And so I mean, you got to spend the money when you got it. You can't let these guys go. Unfortunately, you have to spend that money, and it didn't do them too bad, honestly. Waves in the chat. What's going on, Wave? Boy, I like the center from Texas. Yeah, we talked about that, my man. Jericho Sims. Boy's gonna be a problem, man. I think, like I said, Mitch, with that health. I mean, if he wasn't having health issues, it'd be a different story. But unfortunately, that's what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So
We gonna talk about it now.
you're gonna talk about it now.
It's taking forever to get to
So
it.
listen. All right, you got to have a climax. Kemba Walker agrees
she
to a
said.
deal. That's what she said. Good one. That's a good one. Kemba Walker agrees to deal with Knicks for 2 years, around 16 million. I put the asterisk there because they don't sign until tomorrow, so you can't really know the details of it. He has to finish his buyout with the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the Thunder bought out the final 2 years of his contract for $74 million. So we are getting him for $8 million a year. In 2 years, he was going to get 72 million, 74 million. And in 2 years over here, we're only paying him 16, around there.
So
It's the steal of the offseason.
They buying him out for 56, which means we supplementing the remainder of his two. Well, they pay him over 2 years, so
Okay.
like 16 million with the 58 that they giving him. He's getting his 72 million anyway.
I see what they did there, and they were just playing chess. They were very, 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 very quiet, super quiet. You know what I'm saying? They kept that. No one knew anything. That's why when I hear these rumors, I don't ever get excited because I don't hear from them.
I thought you paused for a second when you said hear from them, and now when you say hear from them, oh, there you go, he's back. When you say you didn't hear from them,
I'm back.
The Knicks? Yeah.
No, when I if I don't hear from the sources, what sources do we know is real now with the Knicks? Because a lot of these guys like Berman and Isola, a lot of these guys that were getting a lot of the news before, they're not getting it anymore. So how valid is a lot of the stuff that we're hearing? So we didn't hear about this. It came out of nowhere.
I woke up one morning. It was like Kemba Walker. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah, he's gonna come home. And I went on Twitter when shout out to the Locks and Dipset. I said Kemba saw that versus battle last night and said, "I'm going home." Fuck you talking about? Yeah, he said, "I'm going home, fam.
Going back to the crib."
That was crazy. So tell me how you felt about that, Rick, when it first dropped.
Oh my goodness! All I kept saying was, "Finally, we got a point." Like, finally, how many years have we been saying we need a point guard? Like, there's been people who hate on the Knicks who be like, "Yo, y'all don't even got a point guard," and it's been so embarrassing for decades. So finally, we have a point guard. So I'm happy about it, man. I can't. Like people were saying, "Oh, he's not the player he was when he was in UConn. He's not the player that he was when he was in Carolina or whatever." So I was just like, even if he's the player that he was in Boston, it's still an upgrade by like
miles,
fivefold. You know what I mean? So I'm happy. I'm happy, and I think he wants to play here. I saw an interview when he was talking to Ryan Rucco and CC Sabathia, where he was just like, "Yo, he wanted to come before, but things just it didn't work out." But he never said anything negative to them about them, and it just happened that now he's signed with us. So I think he wants to play here, and I think it's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Dre? How you feel about this?
I'm super excited. I got a bunch of points I want to touch on why I think this is like the illest move out.
Go ahead. Start with that. I know one of them ones you brought up earlier.
Huh?
I know one of them you almost brought up earlier.
From what Ship says, this is his team now. I was talking to Ricky on the phone.
Yeah.
This is Kemba's team.
Mm-hmm.
He's from New York, which I always like. He's from a little bit north of us, up in the Bronx, right? It's his team, 4-time All-Star. It's like automatically his team. I was telling Ricky when we was on the phone. I was like, when he scored and he's the most clutch player we got
by far.
Which means he's taking the ball out of Randle's hand. Randle ain't got to be there every game.
You know what? You're absolutely right.
Right? So now he coming down there. Now you're looking at Kemba. Now the defense has got to prepare. So he's going to have a more productive season, not him. Julius he's going to benefit so much.
Yeah.
From this move right here. Because just imagine you coming to New York and you got to face Kemba and then D rolls off the bench.
Yeah, bro, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, just think about it. So now he's knocking down shots. He's averaging 30 minutes a game, more than 30 minutes a game. His whole entire career, I think the lowest he ever had was 27. That was his first season, I think, in 2011. He's averaging over 31 minutes. He don't got to average over 31 minutes a game.
No.
He can average 25. He can average 22, 23.
We got a lot of guards.
We got a bunch of guards. We got D-Rose coming off the bench. And if we blowing teams out by 20 now, we could put in these young cats in here, whatever, let them play and finish the game.
Right.
If that's the case. But he's clutch. He ain't got to drop. He's averaging 20 points a game, which is double what Alfred was averaging. And it's not a fair to, but this dude, like, you actually scared the point guard. So he's going to spread the floor.
Right.
Because now you got to play him honestly. You know how dudes just playing 10 feet off of Alfred, like, go ahead, shoot. You know what I'm saying? And he finishes by the rim.
Yeah.
Yo, his field goal percentage just miles ahead. And then now Julius won't have to log so many minutes. Now Obi could get more playing.
Who's Alfred?
Just think about it, because what's his name? He was all-star. I think Julius is dope for what he did last season.
Yeah.
He played a lot of minutes. I don't think it's sustainable because now we got 10 more games this season. I don't think it's sustainable for him to stay as healthy. He missed one game last season. Yeah. Very resilient. His body, he took care of himself or whatever.
I think he's going to be better.
But this is what I'm saying. So now imagine he don't have to create as much as he was creating last year. You know how we was when we got annoyed. What's up, Joe? We got annoyed with Julius last year,
it was
because he was trying to do too much. He's trying to create. He's trying to facilitate. He's trying to do all these things. That Kemba's taking out like, hold, I got you. Don't worry about this. Like this, you ain't missed nothing, Joe. Cat was taking forever to get to the Kemba talk. So we fresh on the Kemba talk.
Come on, man. I told you gotta have that climax that he made that's what she said, Joe.
They said, so there's the statistic. I don't know if y'all heard this.
A statistic?
The statistic, right? There's the statistic that came out, and it said Kemba and Fournier, I forgot, an effective rating is only the second in the league in effective rating. I forgot to the other combo, the other duo. And I forgot who that woman. If y'all know it in the chat, let me know.
There was actually a piece. Actually, let me see if I can find it. Earlier, it was saying that Fournier and Kemba, at the time that they were on the floor together, I think they were like the best duo offensively in the league or something like that.
What I'm saying now. So now we talk about these guys knowing each other and getting to know each other. He already is coming in with some level of familiarity with Fournier. They already got that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, if they continue just that portion, just between. Oh, and the other part that I was going to say to you, you know how many times we saw Alfred, the bummest dude on the squad, freezing out RJ Barrett?
Yeah.
RJ Barrett going to have a great year.
That's not going to happen anymore. Number one, let's just talk about how our spacing and the
spacing
respect
right now is ridiculous.
The respect that Kemba and Fournier bring, just demand as shooters. You know what I'm saying, from the outside. Julius Randle and RJ Barrett are going to have free reign to run wherever they want inside the paint. And if anybody collapses, you're going to have to pay with these two, out there. You know what I'm saying? And then when you swap some of these other guys out, you got Quickly out there.
Right.
And you got even somebody that I think is going to be a lot better than people might think, Quentin Grimes. But regardless, you have more shooters, and that was our main problem. Not only guys that can make a basket, but guys that can create their own basket.
Right.
And we added in from the draft to free agency to 3 to 4 guys that can do that. You know what I mean? And that's something that, and we replaced some other guys that, you know, just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? That simple. So yeah,
So
man.
what
Go ahead.
Kemba does in that just to think about, like, and this is one of the things I feel like is like not a statistic. When you do, like, first of all, the garden is going to be on fire.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The garden is going to be on fire. Like, it's just going to be, there's going to be a show. Like, you know, Kemba Walker is that New York City dude with New York City handles. Like that dude that stepped on the floor that got handled. Like, you're going to be scared having to deal with this dude. He's going to demoralize some people on some night.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they don't try to come back at him, they probably just going to fold and be like, look, I can't defend this dude. They're going to give him mad looks. But like you said, spacing the floor, RJ Barrett is going to have more open looks.
Yeah.
Mitch, he's going to be able to get some alley oops out here. That's what I was saying about the center position. I think he's going to get some room. Think about. Go ahead.
My excitement of Kemba Walker is I think that he is one of the best pick and roll point guards I've ever seen. Simply because of the respect that he demands. He's a 3-level scorer.
This Josh, just imagine him in the pick and roll with Mitch, with Julius.
Mm-hmm.
Forget it. Even if Obi's on the floor, Obi's already going to be a problem on the second unit. Our second unit is that weapon that we got.
Right.
We got Rose off the bench.
Right.
But Obi Toppin and who you think is coming behind Fournier? I think it's going to be Grimes, right?
Well, actually no. All right, so let's get into that real quick. Just for a second. Perfect time, Rick. So I made a little edit here. And this is what our potential lineup will look like. This is the potential lineup. Actually, you know what? Before we get there, let's just run real quick. Touch on our most important player. You know what I'm saying? Our most improved player, Julius Randle. He agrees to an extension with the Knicks for 4 years, 117 million. He saved the Knicks like 60 to. No, I think $83 million.
Like 83 million, bro.
$83 million.
Because it was like he could have got like 203 or 205 or something.
Man. And this is what happens. And this is kind of why I'm excited about the Kemba Walker deal. If Kemba Walker was a regular free agent, there's no way he would have signed for anything for the number that he signed with us for.
Right.
Now, if you look at Julius Randle, he signed for us for the deal that he signed. Not the one that he just extended, but his first deal. He came to us. He gave us a chance to bring him in. We did what we did this year, and he built relationships with guys here in the staff and players that made him say, you know what, I'm going to take a pay cut so that you guys can build this team the right way around us. That's how important it was to him. That's what I think is the biggest thing to me about this Kemba deal. Kemba's able to come here for the cheap for 2 years and play here and get into the system.
We didn't have to lose anybody.
We didn't have to lose anything. And not only that, now for $8 million, he can play here, get into the family of the system, the culture, and not want to leave. And then, yeah, I'll take that discount. You know, let's do that. Let's run it back for the discount. And those are the moves that I think are important that can put teams over the hump. Now, Kemba Walker, is he the piece that's going to get us to a championship? I see people talking about, this deal ain't that much. It's not that serious. Listen, these guys are playing chess. These guys are playing chess. It's not about winning a championship right now. There's no move we could have made this year that would have made us an NBA championship team. There's no move. I don't see it. If you can prove to me a way that,
even if we did, they picking the Nets as the favorite in the East anyway, and you still got
regardless. And so this is my point. You make incremental improvements every single year. You keep your books open. You make smart contractual moves so that when all of these teams are done and they reach to a point where they're like, all right, these players are saying, have I won here? Is it time to move on elsewhere? And there's multiple guys in the same free agency pool that might want to make a move. They can look at New York and say, not only have they been winning, but they have the right staff. They've been
competent front office.
Yeah, competent front office. They have the cap room for us and one or two other people if we really, really wanted to do it. And not only that, the guys that they already have there are good enough to be our role players. That's what we're setting us up for.
And I just want to touch on that. Yeah, like that's an excellent point. like with Kemba here, it now makes other players say, you know what? I wouldn't mind playing with Kemba.
Right.
Like this is a confident guy who's known for his handles, known for his scoring, known for his just overall great play. And you're going to be attracting people now to the team. Like it's a win.
I got a hot take, because here's one of the things that I feel is going to happen with the Knicks this season. It was like a flash in the pot that we got that 4th seed. I don't think it was a fluke. I don't think the Knicks getting it. And here's what's going to happen, because right now you got who we got at the top. We saying the net. We got the Nets. You got the Bucks. You got 76ers. You got Miami. Those are the 4 teams they're saying is going to be ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I'm not saying we're going to be in the top 4, we got Atlanta, right? So that's pretty much the only 5 teams that could potentially, on paper, finish ahead of us, right? Mm-hmm. It could happen anyway. We could fall to 8th. We could be 7th. We're getting in the playoffs though. We're a playoff team now, which is dope. Like we automatically know it's like we got that team now.
We were there, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But if we get that 6th seed, let's say we in 5 or 6, we still a dangerous squad that could sneak into the 2nd round. Mm-hmm. And barring some injury here, there, or whatever, when the season unfolds, like to add to what I was going to say, add to you, Ricky, I think once the season unfolds and players see it, they like, oh snap, the Knicks is 5, 6, or 4, 5, 6. Let's say anywhere in there, like I could come in and we could definitely compete for, a championship or get close or whatever the case. Because the Knicks is already now we a playoff team.
Right.
Like Kemba ain't come last year. Now he came this year. He's like, yo, I need about it. Yo, OKC picked up man guards, didn't they? Don't they got they got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What was you gonna do? Look, Kemba was gonna come off the bench behind Shai.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
I don't know how he was gonna do that.
Not gonna happen. No,
that's what I'm saying. So he was like, yo, all right, check this out. 74, cut me loose. I'm going home. Even for 2 years, for $8 million, I'm gonna go home. Let me see how this rock.
Right, and I think go ahead.
I was just gonna say, even if it's Dame, let's say Damian can't get out. Damian can't get out yet. And in 2 years, and Kemba was like, all right, I did what I could with the Knicks. I think that if the Knicks are as successful as I feel like the Knicks could be more successful than he was with when he was in Charlotte. But if the Knicks are, I don't see him
absolutely.
And I don't see him just bouncing. I think there's a few more moves. If there is a Miles Turner type of move, I don't know if Miles Turner gets us a championship even at this season with the squad we got. It still doesn't make. It's better than I don't want to say. I always love Mitch. I really like Mitch. Mitch is my man. He's young. I just think they got to let him go, open him up offensively, take a few shots, give it a shot. But and we still have to see. Like you said, I don't know if they done. But as far as I'm concerned, with the squad we got, we still sneaking up in there, 5 seed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I give the Knicks 5. So I think the worst for the Knicks this season is 6. But we got to play and see how it goes.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This. All right, so let's actually look at it. Hold on, real quick in the chat. Black Diamond says, what's going on? What's going on? Who's that? Mal? That's Mal. What's going on? That's Kurt. That's Kurt, older brother. What's going on, family? If Mitch Rob wouldn't have gotten hurt, we would have gave the Hawks a better run. For sure.
I've been saying that.
For sure.
Yo, we didn't have Mitch. Derrick Rose burnt out.
Right.
We didn't have a point guard. We didn't have a starting point guard.
See, and this goes into why, I don't think so this I'll say this. Do I think we're still a 4 seed? Probably not. But I don't think that if we don't become a 4th seed, I think we can still be a 5th or 6th seed and still be a better team than we were this year.
Right.
Simply because of the other moves that the teams around us made this year. We're not going to be better than the Heat this year. That's not going to happen again. That was a fluke. That was a fluke. And I'm not going to say fluke on us, but that was a fluke
on them. But that check this out. Here's my thing. Because everybody's talking about, they talking about our guy injuries this, injuries that. If you look at these other teams, everybody's dealing with injuries. Everybody's dealing with injury is always a factor, no matter what team it is. And I said last season, like Miami was kind of like the team that's kind of like the Knicks, like that defensive team. Like when we played them, we couldn't win. We lost by 1 point, 2 points.
Every time we played them,
close. And so the reason why I feel like it doesn't change us in the standings, some teams got better, but other teams got worse. I don't know where Toronto going to be.
They got worse.
I don't know if Van Fleet is going to be enough now or whatever they're going to do. Charlotte ain't getting back. I just saw that Oubre talking to Charlotte. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Charlotte might get better if Hayward. I'll say this: if Hayward can stay healthy.
If Hayward
can stay healthy, and that's a huge if because the guy can never stay healthy, obviously.
Hayward.
But
listen, Charlotte's gonna be okay.
This is my thing. I want Charlotte to be good, and this is why because we made a trade with them this year. We need them to be good because if we don't, then we don't get their. I
we
think
got
it's
6 years to get that pick, though, don't we?
I think it's 4 years. I think it's 4 years to get that pick. And if we don't get it in those 4 years, it turns into two second rounders.
A second round.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the better they are this year, the faster they're good for us. And I think we can still beat them even if they're better. The better they are in the standings, I think that bodes well for us.
But run down the teams. Who's beating them? Like, I mean, anything can happen. But you got the Pacers.
I mean, let's talk about it. The guys that were already in the top this year. We got Milwaukee.
Already Milwaukee, 76ers, Nets.
76ers, Nets, Hawks. That's
Maybe.
already 4.
Well, I don't know if they got better.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, regardless, they're still that's a second round team. I can't knock them out. You know what I mean? So that's even if they're not in the top 40 in the top 5 because the Heat are now in the top 4. If if we want to paint it that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I think that's where we come in. Whether it's the 5th or 6th seed or something like that, as long as we don't land in the 7th seed,
into the 4th. You never know because if everybody's tougher, it's tougher for everybody else too.
It's tougher for everybody else, which is absolutely right. And I think a lot of the games we lost this year, we clearly lost because we didn't have that starting point guard. We didn't have that scorer. We didn't have Mitch.
Yo, we got the 4th seed with a bum as a starting point guard.
Yeah, and Mitch injured the whole season.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We didn't have Derrick Rose the whole season. Burks got injured for a big chunk of the season.
Mm-hmm.
We had protocols all season. Even when Derrick Rose was here, we had protocols.
Mm-hmm.
We still was running around with Frank Ntilikina.
Yo, shout out to Frank, man. Hey, yo, shout out to the Frank Hive. I know, I was one of the leaders of the Frank Hive, but you didn't earn it.
See, Don got the right idea. I still think we might get 4.
I'm not gonna say
it's very possible.
I'm gonna go for 5th. I'm gonna say 5th, and like I said, and that's because I don't think that if we fall back to the 5th spot, that it's necessarily a failure. Or
I don't think so either.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I think everything just aligned a little bit easier. Like I said, those teams that got better. Miami, we didn't beat Miami at all this year, and they didn't have.
But we gonna get a couple this year. Watch, Kemba gonna be in the garden like this.
Yeah, yo, listen, but this is the point. This is what changes things. They barely beat us. Whenever they played us, they barely beat us. Every single time it was under 5 points. So now you add in a scorer like Fournier, who's a dog. He's a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people talk about that move wasn't really that good. But then when you watch him play against your team and he gives you 20 easily without you even thinking about it, win or loss.
Yeah.
You put that kind of guy on a winning team, I think that means a lot. Now you talk about Kemba. Like I said, the pick and roll.
I don't see why we wouldn't be for it.
Right. Listen, I wouldn't.
And not that it even matters what place we are in the standings. I just feel like our team is better. You both made excellent points as to why the team was so spectacular last year because we had next to nobody. And now we have pieces, and the only thing that's standing in the way is continuity. With a bum
as a point guard and somebody who was scared to score as a wing. Just think about it.
The only thing stopping us is continuity.
Detroit just got better because they got the first pick in the draft. Okay,
I wouldn't even say that they got better.
Exactly. I'm being funny. So Detroit is now they got the illest point guard. Now Indiana. Okay, they're gonna be fighting to get in the bubble. Cleveland, probably still gonna be the worst team in the West. Washington, I don't know what they doing over there.
Right.
All they got is Bradley Beal. Okay, Orlando. I don't even know who plays for them. What's his name? His son. What's his name? Son who used to play for the Knicks. Charlotte is gonna be. I think.
Austin Rivers.
No. What's his name? I'm forgetting the kid's name. I'm like the worst tonight with the name. What's his name?
Tonight.
The classic dude. He worked on NBA TV. His son will play for Orlando. He got drafted last year.
Anthony.
Yeah. Greg
Greg Anthony's son. My man, I'm bugging. Cole Anthony.
And what's Boston doing? What seed they gonna be? They're gonna be fighting to get in that bubble.
Toon talked about that. He said they stagnated. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I don't think the Celtics improved. Like I said, I think most of their moves, they were going through more of a franchise change. Danny Ainge isn't there anymore. The coach is now the president. They got a new coach. There's a lot going on.
What y'all think about Chicago? Chicago, I think, could be like that 6-7.
I think they're going to be a good regular season team. I don't think they're going to do. I don't think they're.
DeRozan still can't shoot.
I don't think they're a second round team. Not only that, I don't think that any of these guys have experience. Does Lonzo have playoff experience? Does Zach LaVine have playoff experience? The only guys with playoff experience is DeMar DeRozan.
Lonzo stopping Kemba.
DeRozan and Vucevic. And DeRozan and Vucevic, both of their playoff experience is very spotty because they don't think neither one of them is. No.
DeRozan
Vucevic hasn't gotten out of the first round, and DeRozan.
Remember DeRozan kept losing to the Cavaliers.
Yeah. It was he was like he was having that deer in headlights thing every single time he saw LeBron, and that's what I thought about every time I thought people think about.
He was deep in the playoff
Yeah. Well, with a good team for sure.
Yeah,
with a good team. I mean, clearly the team was good because they swapped him for Kawhi Leonard and he won a championship that quick. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
I'm just saying, and it ain't like the East. The top teams got better. The same teams probably get better than us anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Did the Sixers get better?
No, they still got the kid who can't shoot.
The Sixers got better. Well, Ben Simmons is. I heard that he alienated himself from the team, so we still going to be there.
I mean, when the coach comes out and speak like that, Joy was uncomfortable.
I would have alienated myself too, but then again, I wouldn't have been scared. 5-6 years in the league, and I can't shoot a free throw. I don't understand it.
That's nobody's fault but yours, bro. You can't be mad at nobody else.
Yeah, I wish I shared the tweet. They had Ben Simmons practicing shooting, right?
Oh yeah,
and they had a clip of him playing off of I guess some trainer or whatever. He hit the jump. I saw in the comment they were like, "How many takes?" And that joint to me was the funniest thing I've seen all day.
Well, how many takes did it for him to knock down
to take that one shot? Because it's just that one clip of him hitting it, and that was it.
Bro, he was there for a minute. Well, I mean, if nobody was in the gym, he probably made all of them. I think that's his problem.
Yeah, man. But I'm feeling
again.
Good
so the Sixers, they were a good team, but did they get better? Maybe not. Maybe not.
So here's our lineup. But we're gonna do it like this real quick. And
okay.
This is
what he was working on. All right.
Yeah, a little something. Nothing crazy. But okay, so our starting lineup is gonna look something like this. You got Evan Fournier at your 2 guard or your small forward position, depending on the matchup. Like I said with Dre, I think it depends on the matchup. But your starting point guard, regardless, is Kemba Walker, which is to me beautiful because you take the ball out of Julius Randle's hands. And I think that's with the minutes that he's played. I was listening to someone else talk about it earlier today. He played the most minutes in the league by far. You know what I'm saying? And it was kind of crazy. So when you have someone who's playing that many minutes, especially what his role was in those minutes, it's kind of you're doing a lot. You know what I mean? He had to initiate the offense. He had to go grab rebounds. He was out there trying to get a triple-double damn near every night, playing damn near 40 minutes a game. That's not what you want. So signing Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, hopefully we see some improvements from, RJ Barrett and from what Stephen A. Smith said, which, you got to take a lot of what he says with a grain of salt sometimes because, sometimes it just doesn't come true. But, we'll see. Hopefully this does come true. But what he's hearing, supposedly, quote unquote, is that RJ Barrett and Julius Randle are severely working on their right hand, and they will be better at that this year. So we'll see. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't put it past those guys because that's just their personality. They're not the DeMar DeRozan kind of guy who's gonna let the same thing affect you year after year after year. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get past it. Julius Randle, of course, at that 4th spot, and of course, you got Mitchell Robinson, if healthy, playing at your center position. And if he's still here, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I still would feel better with another center.
with another center at the starting position.
Just on the team, period. I like Noel, but
Right.
and the two of them,
Right.
I'm uncomfortable.
Right. So the second unit, of course, you got Rose and Quickly, which is what we were excited to see last year. That was something that we really liked, and I think that's to
Yeah.
me was an issue in the playoffs when Rose wasn't in the second unit anymore and he was starting.
Yeah.
And then you had Quickly out there and he was kind of like out there alone. It was like the first time you sent your kid to the store without the parents. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what you really want to happen at that point. I did like the lineup of them together in the backcourt. We'll see if Quickly makes improvements. I want to see Quickly make improvements. I want to see him eventually start over Fournier and Fournier be our backup. That's what I want to see. I want to see Walker as a starter and Quickly as the starter at the two position. You know what I mean? At playing that combo guard position for us. And I think that'll work for us. But that's what wishful thinking. Forward spot, you got Burks and Obi Toppin.
Yeah. You're right.
What?
Xavier.
I didn't see what he said. Let me check.
Oh, yeah.
What did he say? Checking. He said you have the Sims at the 5-2. That's right. Yeah. So that's another thing. You said you wanted another 5.
It looked like.
Huh?
You didn't put the rookies in there because that's in the third unit.
Well, yeah. I mean, they haven't proved themselves yet. I'm only putting guys there that have proved themselves at that position.
I can't wait to Sunday to see these kids play, man.
Man, I cannot wait till Sunday, man. I cannot wait till Sunday. But so yeah, Burks and Obi Toppin, interchangeable. Those top 3 positions, Rose, Quickly, and Burks. All 3 of them can handle point guard responsibilities to a certain extent. So that works. And Obi Toppin, from what he showed us towards the end of the season and also in the playoffs, is that he's ready for the moment. So I want to see the improvements that he's been making. From what I'm hearing, everybody's been in the gym with Julius Randle like every day. You know what I mean? That hasn't changed since the middle of the season or whenever it was during the season. Before the season probably. So I think these guys are out there improving. And I think it's we're gonna see some good stuff. Of course, Nerlens Noel to wrap it up to be your backup center. And I love Nerlens. I just didn't like the fact that we had to run him as our starter so much last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think certain guys you need in doses because we started to see how much hands he didn't have. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was a problem. After a while, that was something that we started to see. It was annoying. We started to call him stick hands and stuff like that because it was like he just had 2 sticks. He couldn't catch the ball. He couldn't catch a bounce pass. Sometimes he couldn't catch an alley. It was very frustrating to see, which is why I'm excited about.
Continuity this season kind of improves that. I hope with Kemba, he's expecting to get the rock someplace, or from D Rose, I hope he's getting.
Yeah. I mean, I hope that's what it. I hope it was a chemistry thing. I hope it was a chemistry thing, but I just saw with everyone that threw him a pass that he couldn't catch it. I mean, there was even times where the ball would like get hit towards him and he would just be like that. I'm like, yo, come on.
Yeah, it's like, yo, come on, man, finish, man. You gotta expect that. What was you doing your whole career?
Yeah, I mean, it's basketball.
But at least he attempted a shot.
But listen, I don't want to rag on him. I love Nerlens for what he did. He stepped up big for Mitch. I'm hoping that somebody like Jericho Sims, just impresses. He looks like he knows how to play the center position the right way. Just big man, simple big man things, setting the right pick, cutting hard to the basket, grabbing boards. A lot of what Mitch does, but just a little bit more athletic, and he looks at a jump shot. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I don't want to rag on any of our big man positions. I mean, guys at the big man position, but I can say that I think we can all say that the center position is the position with the most questions at this point. So
yeah, I agree.
But that being said, before we get up out of here, win-loss total for the 2021-2022 season.
Oh man, I wasn't prepared.
You know you got to do one of these, man. You know you got to do one of these.
I wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
I think 50.
How many games?
It should be a full 82. It should be a full 82 game season.
You going 50?
I'm thinking 50 to 55.
50 to 55. Give me a number, Dre. I need a number for you. I need a number.
52.
52.
Yeah, that feel good.
52.
That feel good.
What do we win this year? 43?
41.
41.
52.
Dante is funny, man.
First round knockouts.
All right. Reason why I'm going 52 is because we ain't expecting. I think we all said like 35 last season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We got a better point guard. We got a better wing. Some continuity. I think the guys actually like each other. Things ain't done yet. It's probably premature, but I say 52.
What about you, Rick? Where you at? Where you standing at?
I say 48.
Okay.
You gonna keep this? How you gonna record? You gonna remember?
I mean, we're gonna have to keep it.
Right.
You're gonna have to write this down because Jay like changing his numbers up.
I'm not changing my number.
Nah, you always changing your numbers up, yo. We gotta watch you, man. So what you said, 50?
He said 52.
You said 52.
I said 50, and then you was like, you give me a number. I'm gonna keep it at 50.
50?
Yep.
Okay. 50 for you. Where you at, Rick? What you got with it?
I said 48.
48?
If we're doing a 82 game week, it's what, seven additional games to what we did last season?
Right.
Joe, you say 48 also?
What you
You came in closest last season.
First off, we can't ask Joe nothing because he's probably right.
But if he is right, then he agree with me, so I'm with it.
All right, well, if Joe said 48, I'm going 48. So. That's what we're gonna go with. Joe said 48.
I'm the most optimistic Knicks fan out here.
Nah, I don't even think it has anything to do with optimism. Like I feel like there's
going
to be a learning curve.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like there's going to be a learning curve, and you got to accommodate. Because even like last season, Randle, he got it together, not mid-season, like just before the midway point, he started getting it together. He started getting the double doubles. Nah, he didn't start off like that way. He still started off with that same stuff we were upset about, and then he all of a sudden it clicked. And then he started playing all-star level. So because remember he was voted into the All-Star game, so he had to be doing pretty decent
for a while.
For a little bit. But I know it wasn't from the gate. So so I just feel like, we'll learn each other as we play, and then we'll turn it up. And so I think 48 is it's good. So what's that mean? We lost what, 30 out of 82, 48. So is that 34 games?
Yeah, that's 34. Mm-hmm.
So 48 and 34. I'm okay with that. I lock that in.
48 and 34. I was somewhere around there. I was honestly around like the 46 to 48 range. But like I said, once Joe said 48, that's pretty much it. That's it. Sealed the deal right there.
50.
You changed it to 50?
I already changed.
No, he did say 50. He said 52 after you changed it to 50. Okay, so 50.
And I hope you're right.
50. I hope you're right. I hope Dre's right.
I hope it's more. I want to be able to be like this. Told y'all. I want to tell every fan in the world. Told y'all. Knicks
but then you can't say we'll be 6th seed then, and then we're getting 50 wins.
Right. There's no way. This is what I'm saying. If we're getting 52 wins, 50 wins, we're definitely a top 4 seed.
That's what I said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're saying 50 top 4 seed. That's your prediction.
I'm saying we can sneak in there. I think with Miami, you still got injury issues. They just re-signed what's my man from he did the whole why am I forgetting everybody's name?
Tired. That's all good.
He used to play for the Pacers.
Victor.
Victor. Yeah,
Victor Oladipo.
Yeah.
yeah, he got injury situations. Everybody,
Yeah,
I
he
feel like
does.
Jimmy had a little bit. I just feel like after we got to see how the season rock.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
yeah, Oladipo just agreed to go back to Miami. I don't
Mhm.
even know if he's starting the season because they say he's still working on that. I think the Hawks didn't get better. I think the Hawks is who the Hawks are. I think they still a 4 or 5 seed. If we're around, they still a 5 seed. So pardon me. You know what I'm saying? I think we could sneak in there.
Um. What seed you got, Rick? You said 48. So what's that put us around, like fifth, fourth, fifth?
It, I mean, it's tough to say because it all matters what the other teams do and how they get their teams together.
Mhm.
But 48 that should put us fourth, fifth. I think we're going to be fourth again, but yeah, I think fourth or fifth seed uh, is where we'll probably land.
I think it's huge that we can actually sit here and not sound delirious when we talk about playoff berth. You know what I mean? I love the fact that we can actually do that for once. And consistent growth, because I don't think, like you said, this stuff wasn't a fluke. What you saw out of Randall wasn't a fluke. RJ, I think there's more to come with RJ. I think there's a lot. He
I
has
think
a.
RJ's going to improve,
I think
especially with the
RJ.
talent he got around him. He got room to
Yeah.
improve now.
I think he is in a low key way. They have built this team around RJ and Julius Randle. And of course,
As they should have.
as they should have. Kemba Walker is the most tenured, or most, how would I say, the most
It's
experienced
his
player in our
team.
team. It's his team. Yeah, I mean, as a point guard, it should be your team.
Right.
But he's the most experienced player on this team as well. To add to that, the most All-Star appearances, and
How many times has he made it to the playoffs? That was one of the things I wanted to look at.
I
How
think he's
often has
only
he
made it
got
to the playoffs twice, 2 or 3 times his entire career.
man?
He played in Charlotte a lot.
I mean, he
though,
played in
so,
Charlotte. They were not
Yeah,
good.
they had nothing.
They were not good, man. Charlotte is one of those places where,
What's Michael Jordan doing over there?
speaking. I'm talking about Charlotte like I don't live here, but Charlotte is one of those teams that they draft what they got. They don't really make big splashes. They're still not considered a big market team, so they have issues with the signing thing. They kind of have to have homegrown guys to be good.
It's true.
So it sucks. You know what I mean? Imagine being a fan of a of a small market team, bro. Like you're never gonna get a free agent. Like you talk about the Knicks. Like at least we have the chance. Like at least they talk about it. You know what I'm saying? At least they talk about going to the Knicks.
We got MSG. Like, if you're a
Yeah.
small market team, like, what do you got?
What do you
So
really
look,
got? So,
it says he was in the playoff 2014.
Mhm.
Charlotte played Miami. 2016, they played Miami. What's CHO? I guess they changed Charlotte. And then it says Boston. He was in the 2020 playoffs. First round, Eastern Conference. First round, second round. He was Eastern Conference final. Yeah. Boston versus Miami.
his
So
first
he
year,
went
his first year, in
with
Boston,
Boston. Then last year,
he
I
was
think
hurt.
they were early exit, or he didn't. He got injured or something.
He was hurt. He had dealt with some knee injuries. So there is concerns with Kemba. I don't want to gloss over that. Or skip over that.
But like I
The
said, he
concerns
don't have to
are
lie
very
34
minimal.
minutes a season anymore.
Right. Like the concerns are very minimal. He is 32, 31, 32 years old. Something like that. He's got knee issues. I think he had a shot. I think I was listening to I forgot what show it was. Michael K. And he was talking about he had a cortisone shot or something like that. Some stem cell shot in his knee that it was supposed to help him. And when they decided to start the season early, it kind of threw off his rehab. Like it made him come back a month early, and he just didn't really respond well to it. I think he's going to be motivated to come home and play and win in the Garden.
That's the other thing.
That's
the part you can't look on paper and see.
You can't see. That's not going to be on paper.
He's going to be at home, and the Knicks, the Garden going to be shouting for him. He's going to be playing there 40, 41 games a season.
Mm-hmm.
That boy going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my whole joint fell. Chill. Watch out.
Oh, that means it's time to get up out of here. Listen, y'all. We had a great time.
Man.
We had a great time, y'all.
I'm doing my room sloppy, my little basement sloppy. Got the
Listen.
sofa.
You don't want to see what's behind here. You know what I'm saying? So we're not even gonna go there. But anyway, any final words for what we got going on tonight? We really touched on every point regarding the team, wins, losses, all of the signings. I think we got a real team culture that we can carry over the next year going forward. We got the summer league on Sunday. Which is going
to be
forward
to that. I want to
looking.
see how these youngers. Hey, what's up? What happened to Kevin Knox talking about he gonna go play in the summer league, and then they was just like, nah.
No, health and safety protocol. Health and safety protocol.
Yeah, I would have called it that too. I'd have been like, yo, what you?
Yeah, I mean, you never know. He could be part of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. It could be anything. But any final words, Dre, Rick?
Just excited, man.
I just want to see him. I want to see
him.
I
want to
see
him play.
See what these youngins is looking like.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to play so good that they probably gonna steal somebody's spot.
Which I think will happen.
That's how good I want them to play.
I think will happen.
I'm with it.
One thing I think always works in New York's favor is energy. I think even in the 90s, the energy that carried over from the fans to the arenas to just being representing New York. I think when you have good players in New York, I think it usually comes together because nobody wants to not be well and play well in New York. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody comes here with the intent to show out. Nobody comes here to just make money. I think people come here to try to, of course, make money. You can make money here, but you got to earn it here as well. Right. So I think there's going to be a lot of that. These guys are on their way. I trust our front office. I'm not tripping no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to lie, before that Kemba deal, it went crazy. But then as soon as we signed him, everything made sense. All the money we spent to all of these guys, and there was no point guard in the market. There it was. We just didn't think about it. We forgot about it. That's, but that's what happened. One more time, shout out to the chat. One more time, if y'all still in here, please hit us with a like, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we do go live. And if there's any more news, we should be back soon. Maybe Sunday after the game, we might be back with y'all. What y'all think?
Maybe we reconvene.
We reconvene on Sunday. It sounds like a good deal to me. Thank y'all once again for joining us on the God of Knicks podcast.
Thank you.
I'm your host, Apollo Reed. I'm here with Andre Jalil, Rick the Ruler.
I'm the real host. I just let him run it a little bit. Like
right.
Yo, act like the host a little something. Like,
I'm gonna see y'all later. Y'all take it easy. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that, kid.
But yeah, man. Thank you once again. Like I said, hit that bell so you're notified next time. And like we always say, till next time. Peace.
Till next time.